I believe we should go back to a position of the filibuster that existed just when I came to the United States Senate 120 years ago. And that is...
Hey guys, welcome back. Joe Biden finally did his first solo press conference. Congratulations. Good job, bud. Honestly, the first 10 seconds of the press conference kind of sums up the entire vibe and the way that it's going to go.
I'm going to give you a progress report to the nation on where we stand 65 days into office here. But I can say to you, the American people, help is here and hope is on the way.
Help is here, hope is on the way. So, correct me if I'm wrong. Wouldn't hope come before help? That is one of the weirdest sayings I've heard. I think it's a very condescending line, a very condescending thing to say. Because they don't seem to understand that most people with self-respect, don't want help from the government. Obviously, politicians are surrounded by yes men, no matter what side.
I see it all now. You're just a bunch of yes men. I was making the wrong moves and you were too gutless to tell me. Isn't that right?
Yes.
Oh, yes, sir.
They all hire people who will tell them that their ideas are great. That's just the reality of it. But who's actually telling these people that anybody, any citizen, wants direct help from the government all the time at all times? Nobody wants to be dealing with the federal government that much. We don't want it. We don't like it. We don't want your help. I don't like condescension from people who act like they are all high and mighty, but you know they think they are. We're here to help. That means you really see yourself as like a savior to humanity when you say shit like that. I just want to take a moment to quickly apologize for the sound. I know it is shit. I know there's like a weird buzzing noise in the background. I'm not sure what the hell that's about, but hopefully I will get that fixed soon. I will be getting a real mic and shit will get better. I apologize. Thank you for watching anyways, because I'm sure it's annoying as hell. So Biden tried to take a little jab at Republicans in Congress and stumbled over his words, forgot words, couldn't put a sentence together for like a full 10 seconds.
I think my Republican colleagues are going to have to determine whether or not we want to work together or they'll decide that the way in which they want to proceed is to just decide to divide the country, continue the politics of division.
I would really like a legitimate, rational, concise reason as to why Joe Biden is out here bragging about the most expensive bill to ever pass not being bipartisan. That's not a win. That's an embarrassment. That is a power move. That is not a win, Biden. It's not a win. It's not something to go around and brag about.
You know, I doubt whether, maybe you did, maybe others did. I thought, many of you thought there was no possibility of my getting the plan I got passed without any Republican votes. Pretty big deal. Got passed. Growing the economy. People's lives are changing. So let's see what happens.
To my surprise, there actually was quite a lot of questions he was asked about the border, which, can we just like acknowledge the fact that one day before this press conference, he assigned Kamala Harris the responsibility of the border?
And how are you choosing which families can stay and which can go, given the fact that even though with Title 42, there are some families that are staying? And is there a timeline for when we won't be seeing these overcrowded facilities run by CPB when it comes to unaccompanied minors?
Joe Biden really went he just went off the wall on this one. I mean, he was contradicting himself left and right, acting like he stood for one thing and then like a couple questions later, standing for something else. It makes me very uncomfortable. It makes me concerned. It makes me embarrassed. He actually had the balls to say, Mexico won't take them all back. You don't say.
And that is, what about dealing with families? Why are some not going back? Because Mexico is refusing to take them back. They're saying they won't take them back, not all of them. We're in negotiations with the president of Mexico, I think we're going to see that change.
You mean no one wants these people? Too bad there's no president ever who's ever done anything about that. Too bad we've never had a president who made people remain in Mexico. There's so many uncomfortable silences, so many awkward moments, so many weird, just plain weird moments when Joe Biden was speaking.
Okay, where am I here? Let me see.
Making fun of Joe Biden is usually, like 9 times out of 10, fucking hilarious. It's easy. He's an easy target because he says dumb shit nonstop. He's actually our president, so this is embarrassing. I wish he was everything I, didn't think he was. I wish he was at least a good speaker, but he's old, and he's losing his marbles. He's only getting rapidly older by the day, it seems like. He took that fall, I don't know, maybe hit his head, because most of these things said in this press conference didn't make any sense and contradicted stances he's had for at least 10 to 15 years.
So the best way to get something done, if it holds near and dear to you that you like to be able to, anyway, we're going to get a lot done. And if we,
I don't feel bad for Joe Biden. I'm sure it is sad if you know him to see his brain rapidly declining. But that's kind of what he gets. Don't be a lifelong corrupt politician. Don't get your family hooked up with fucking communist countries and get them jobs and millions of dollars. I just feel sorry for America. I feel sorry for us guys. I feel sorry for my kids. I feel sorry for my grandkids if I ever have any. I feel bad. I've said it before and I'll say it again. This is not even close to the America that I grew up in, which was really not that long ago. Democrats as a whole, his family as a whole, they're all pretty fucked up for allowing this man to run and actually making him the nominee and then actually making him president. How is this happening? How? We let this man win the election. How long are we just going to keep taking it up the ass from liberals, from the media, from everybody in the federal government until we do something? Are we just going to just sit back and watch? Just keep watching until our country's a complete shithole? At what point are we going to do something, say something, really just not shut the fuck up about it? Biden uses that weird, old man yell a few times in this, sporadically where it didn't fit. Almost every time after he did that, the room got very silent.
it's kind of amazing. When the federal budget is saving people's lives, they don't think it's such a good idea. People struggling to get in the middle class. They built America, and unions built them.
I think a lot of those reporters were just as confused as us viewers, because he would go to answer a question and he would mention, his childhood or his grandpa or something that really just shows how fucking crusty he is. And by the end of his answer, I don't think he even remembered what the question was, because it had nothing to do with the question.
We have to.
And,
So from my perspective, it's to me, it's about just getting out there, putting one foot in front of the other.
something I was not expecting to happen. He said, yeah, he fully intends on running for president again. When he's what? That would make him 82, 83?
You also just made some news by saying that you are going to run for re-election.
I said that is my expectation.
So is that a yes, that you are running for re-election?
Look, I don't know where you guys come from, man. I've never been able to travel. I'm a great respecter of fate. I've never been able to plan 3.5 years ahead for certain.
I'm probably, I can't say confidently for sure, but I'm probably going to do a video soon about age limits for the president. You have to be at least a certain age to be president, and I think there should be a certain age you're no longer allowed to be president. Because, well, I guess you'll just have to watch my video to find out why. We do not need a crusty ass, crunchy ass old man out of his fucking mind. Because if he's this bad now, imagine what he's gonna be like in a few years. We don't need that running. We don't need that running, bro. When asked about China, it's interesting to see what new way he's gonna try to go around answering the question of China and calling them out for what they are.
To him again, what I've told him in person on several occasions, that we're not looking for confrontation, although we know there will be steep competition. Two, that we'll have strong competition, but we'll insist that China play by the international rules. China has an overall goal, and I don't criticize them for the goal, but they have an overall goal to become the leading country in the world, the wealthiest country in the world, and the most powerful country in the world.
He tries to like justify and downplay everything that China does, which is a joke, and he's doing it for obvious reasons. But he will talk negatively about every other world leader, but when it comes to China, it makes us look pathetically weak. It makes us look like we're owned by China. He pretends to be so upset about China violating human rights. Violating human rights is a pretty nice way to put what's happening.
As I've told you before, Americans value the notion of freedom. America values human rights. We don't always live up to our expectations, but it's a value system. We are founded on that principle. And as long as you and your country continues to so blatantly violate human rights, we are going to continue in an unrelenting way to call to the attention of the world.
After a mere hour of answering questions, he abruptly ends it and just walks off stage. Like, okay, bye, dude. See you later, I guess.
But folks, I'm going. Thank you very, very much. I appreciate it. Thank you.
Just like 2 questions before he stormed off stage, he indicated he could keep going and going at this. He could answer questions all day long. Maybe I just got used to Trump like being kind of like personable to some degree, like for a politician. That was weird to me. Let me know your thoughts below. Did you watch the full thing? I did, and actually like 2 or 3 times, and by the time I get done editing this video, way more than that. So just know I love you guys, because I would not watch that much Joe Biden over and over if I didn't. There's your reassurance for the day. Take it, embrace it. Thank you for watching, guys. I really hope you liked the video. Please give it a like if you did like it, because that shit genuinely helps my channel. Feel free to share it. I understand if you don't. I probably wouldn't if I, wasn't me. But if you feel like doing a stranger a favor, and if you've been here before and you're not subscribed, subscribe. And I will see you next time. Bye.